Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, the adventures of craft beer and baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 19 for September 8th, 2020. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe, turn on notifications, tell a friend, bribe somebody to watch us. We need all the support we can get, but we appreciate all your support nonetheless. Here is the lineup card for today. Angelo Trinidad from Aliso Viejo, California. Now, I'm with you. Do you bat right and throw right? I hope you do.
I do, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining. Is there anything that you want to put out today? We are actually down one player today, Kevin Lyon, who is, we have many forest fires around here. And weirdly, Kevin, he has a lot of jobs. We say that he is jokingly that he's maybe part Jamaican because he has so many jobs. Mm-hmm. One of them is a volunteer fireman. I'm totally kidding about this, but I'm going to keep on going with it nonetheless. So he's been fighting all the fires around here, so he will be a little bit late today. But Angelo, how are you doing today? And any baseball news or anything you want to talk about?
Man, I'm doing great today, Michael. And it's funny that you bats right, throw right. You're 100% accurate on that. However, fun fact, because when I do play kickball or when I play soccer or anything that involves kicking, I kick with my left.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my primary kicking foot.
Interesting.
So pretty fun fact there. But no, baseball. As far as baseball news goes, congratulations, Mike Trout hitting career home run 300 this past weekend, and not only hitting career home run 300, but also surpassing Tim Salmon and standing atop all-time Angels home run leader at 300. Great series by the Angels against the Astros, swept them in great fashion. One of my most memorable moments of the weekend was watching the game on Saturday night, which was the second game of the doubleheader. So the Angels were the visiting team.
Oh, wow, that's right.
Yeah, right. So it was the top of the seventh. They were down 6-4, and Rendon hit a 3-run home run, and they called it as if it was a walk-off.
Yes.
Then there was a slight pause. It was like, gosh, I hate doubleheader rule.
Never mind.
Which was so great, but it still ended up being the game winner. Angels looked awesome. Dylan Bundy pitched lights out baseball. So definitely very, very promising. Promising 4-game series and subsequent 4-game win streak. So we'll see how they can carry that momentum over.
Yeah, it's been great. And shout out to David. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let us know if you're out there. Put some comments out there. My girlfriend, Cheers, is out there watching. Hello, Melissa. It's been really weird. I mean, I was just watching the Yankees and Blue Jays from Buffalo. It just is so odd. Everything about this, and even the uniforms the Blue Jays were wearing, they're like these powder blues that I don't think I've ever seen them wear at all. So it's so wild. I put in huge quotation marks.
Season. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a season. It feels more like an exhibition. Chad M joining us tonight as well. Yes. I wish there wasn't evacuations around here, else my Labor Day would have been a lot better. So thank you for that though. And Cowboy Jack Durango also joining us. Thank you. Drink one for us over there, please. Not that you need my encouragement. But Kevin, actually going back to the bats right, throws right. I think we all bat right, throw right. Kevin actually said that I think that he naturally throws left. So, but yet he throws right. But I say he throws poorly. What do you think about that?
I say that's pretty accurate.
I'm from
when you have the best chest in the West, you have to sacrifice somewhere, and clearly it's in arm strength.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he's it's so funny because he when we're talking about wrestling, he says that he's never done anything athletically, like organized sports, anything. Yet he wrestled at the level
Mm.
that he did, which was even more amazing.
Right.
So so funny. All Angels podcast said, "Did anybody else forget it was Tuesday?" I did. Er, uh, Earlier in the afternoon when I actually have a meeting every Tuesday, probably at 2. And I was like, oh yeah, I got to make that meeting. And I thought it was Monday, so yeah, I absolutely forgot. All right. So let's get to something that I've been waiting to get to. I said, this has been a long weekend. So Angelo, Trinidad, what are you drinking and what are you wearing tonight?
Awesome. So tonight I am drinking Hangar 24, which is based in Redlands, California. And Daniel from All Angels podcast is very familiar with them as it's local to him. This is their American Light Premium Lager. So this one's only 4.1 ABV with no IBU listed. It's typical light beer. So that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe I can get through this entire 6-pack throughout the duration of this blogcast. But this is really good, really refreshing, and actually, in drinking it would have been extremely refreshing over this heat wave we had this weekend. And as far as what am I wearing, so this I actually forgot I had this hat, and it would have been awesome to wear this last week when we talked about our first favorite players. So this is a hat that came with the MLB 17 The Show Collector's Edition. So if you look, looks like it's the MLB logo, but it's actually Ken Griffey Jr. because you can see the backwards hat there.
Awesome.
And it has the MLB The Show patch on the side. It's a snapback and has the PlayStation logo right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
Yeah. So this hat was really, really cool. And it's King Griffey Jr. Because he was on the cover of that game. And I buy the show every year. But when I saw this one and I saw the hat that came with it, I knew I had to splurge a little bit and get the collector's edition. So really, really cool. And again, wish I would have had the wherewithal to wear this last week, but I completely forgot I had it. So.
Wow, that's so cool. And we were talking about that last week, how Ken Griffey Jr. was so iconic. So it's like, if I were to look at that, I couldn't tell from far away, but from up close, it makes all the sense in the world.
Yep.
All right. So I was actually going to go to me, but I actually want to throw somebody on here. Back from his firefighting duties is firefighter Kevin Lyon. You get the Rolaids Fireman Award.
Oh, right.
For fighting all those fires out there.
By the way, I don't appreciate your comment that's saying I don't throw very well. Okay, I heard that.
No, I did not say that. I said you threw poorly. I said you threw poorly.
Well, poorly, yes, that's correct. You are right. Sorry, but I'm left-handed. What I was gonna say is I am left-handed, but for some reason I was taught to throw right-handed and bat right-handed, which is too bad because if you bat left-handed, you have that extra step to first base.
That's
true.
Exactly. But with your speed, you don't need that.
My speed. Yes. Exactly. Well, you have to have speed if you're chasing down those firefighters. You chase those fires,
That's right. Here in California, to go to each fire, you have to be pretty fast because there's a lot of them.
Absolutely.
So, All Angels podcast says it was his Hall of Fame year too, which is
17. Yeah.
So that's very cool. All right. So let me go back to the beer. So I'm actually going to go next. I have a Mother Earth Brewing Company. It is the Cali Creamin' Vanilla Cream Ale.
Ooh.
So that's a good one.
Yeah, and I know that Kevin would love this because he likes a lot of the kind of the. I remember we had like a cherry porter somewhere that was just like outstanding. I think it was at what was the one, the Noble Breakoff? Green.
Oh, Green Cheek.
Yeah. And they had some great porters out there. So this actually for me, the first time I had it, because I love Mother Earth Brewing. They have it's called the Buku IPA, which if you find it anywhere, highly recommended. So but this has a really a lot of vanilla. Like the vanilla is overwhelming on this one. So it's not one beer that I think that I would have consistently, but it's growing. It's growing on me. So, but it's like there's so much vanilla. Like I think if I had just like maybe half of it or even a fourth of it, I would be totally satisfied with it. But if you love vanilla, definitely try this out. It's definitely light. It's like probably the beer that you had, Angelo, but with like vanilla in it. So it's really good. Yeah.
So yeah, I remember I've had this before, and I remember I kind of felt like you. I'm like, oh, this is good, but I wasn't like blown away. They now have a creamsicle version of it,
Yes.
and that's it was the Trader Joe's last time I was there for you Trader Joe's people. Yeah, it's called the Cali Cream and Creamsicle, and it tastes just like one of those old orange and vanilla creams. Oh, that's a really good one. Another great one by Mother Earth is called Syntax. It's a peanut butter stout. Oh, it's my favorite peanut butter stout.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many good stuff. Like, and my girlfriend was talking about, I remember we had the peanut butter stout from Belching Beaver. And she goes, I'd love to like throw a scoop of vanilla ice cream in this. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like, talk about decadent. That sounds like amazing. Cowboy Jack Durango says, he will never extinguish the fire in my heart that burns for you three handsome devils.
Well, thank you.
He's always out front with a compliment. Thank you, Jack.
Yes, so good. So good.
All right. So, Kevin, you are up.
Yes, sir. I'm getting my beer ready here. Yeah. So I made my weekly stop to Red Beard Tap Room over in Anaheim. If you live in Orange County, if you're down in Anaheim by Angel Stadium, check out Red Beard's Tap Room. They have 40 beers on draft, right. And then they also sell stuffs in cans to go. Or what I do, I get a growler to go. So this week I saw this one, like, oh, it's pinball themed. That's cool. And I don't think I've had anything by Almanac before. So this is Full Tilt Boogie, an IPA. I'm trying to remember what the stats are on this. It is, right here, 8%. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Probably a double IPA, that percentage.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, double New England. Ooh, Imperial no less. Ooh. This is really nice.
It's dry hopped with Motueka, Citra, and Motuir hops. So it's like, fancy. I mean, this is right up my alley. I'm
you would like
jealous that you have the selection that you do.
I don't see an IBU on the Untappd page.
I don't think there was one. Yeah.
Yeah, but this doesn't feel that hoppy.
It's funny because it's listed as a double.
Oh, you know what? I take it back. I took that. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty hoppy.
Yeah, hazy DIPA. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, so prepare to shout high score as you send your taste buds into full tilt boogie.
Man, I feel like I'm going to put myself on tilt. We bounce all over the place after I drink this.
Enjoy this velvety soft jug. Yes. Enjoy this velvety, soft, hazy DIPA with 80s music, onion rings, corn dogs, and bonus points. Ooh. Fantastic. Right. What I love the descriptions of it. It's so good.
Yes. Hopefully this is at one of those barcades once those open back up, because I know we got to go to one of those.
Yeah, I definitely look forward to that. All right, so this day in baseball history, September 8th, there's a lot that went on during this day. Even though it's September, it would be the end of baseball year, but you'd be surprised. I looked down the line to October and even November. There's so many things that have gone on during those times. So September 8th, 1885, George H. Rawlings patents a close-fitting baseball glove which features padding made of felt and rubber in the fingers, thumb, and palm. The owner of a St. Louis sporting goods store invented the padded piece of equipment to prevent players from bruising their hands when catching a ball. Now, a lot of people don't know this, that when baseball first started, it was actually illegal to have something on your hands. So a lot of people would wear like flesh colored gloves, like these thin gloves just to protect the hands, and you could get a better grip. And but yeah, it used to be played with just your hands.
Wow.
So and then they kind of melded into creating those those gloves, those little gloves that we've seen and stuff like that. So it evolved, but like the first one patented in 1885. So it's pretty crazy that they were ahead of all this.
Yeah, and imagine the ball fly harder then too. I imagine it didn't have as much stitching and protective. I'll say in Calhide, that's football. I'm trying to remember what they actually use for the stitching. That material, I'm sure it wasn't as safe as it is now. Until now, obviously, if you catch the ball barehanded, you're going to be hurting.
Yeah, we might have to get on the All Angel podcast, guys, to talk about that dead ball era league that they are part of, to see exactly what the difference is. The inherent differences between the balls, the bats, all those stuff. I think it would be really fascinating. All right, September 8th, 1925, in the nightcap of a doubleheader at Fenway Park, Babe Ruth belts his 300th career home run. Angelo, you were talking about Mike Trout with his 300th today. Babe Ruth did it. The milestone blast is given up by southpaw Buster Ross in the Yankees 7-4 win over the Red Sox. A former Red Sox player, Babe Ruth.
Yep.
That's crazy because Trout hit his 300th in the first game of a doubleheader.
Oh, how interesting!
How interesting that parallels.
Well, I'm hoping that we can ride his career, and it doesn't stall out, in the years that the other players have, and we can see him. He could possibly, I don't know the how chronologically it would work when he has 300th to Babe Ruth in his age. But that'd be very interesting to go back and look. So
get on that, senior research analyst.
Well, yes. Babe was with the Red Sox for several years. I think he started in like the mid 1910s, like 1913, 1914, I think is when he first started. And he might not have played as much then because he was a pitcher. So he might not have been batting as often. Because, look at this here, 325. He finished with 714, and he finished up in like the mid to late 30s.
Right.
So he's right at the start of his incredible run.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. September 8th, 1933, in the second game of a doubleheader against Detroit, Red Sox outfielder Mel Ott makes his major league debut at Fenway Park. Okay, I practice this. The Huatambo, right? Sonora native is the first Mexican to play in the major leagues. This is insane to think that a Mexican was actually in the league, 20 years before.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Before Jackie Robinson. So, yes, I definitely wanted to make sure his name was spoken.
And that's interesting because, there'd be like some of the players from like Mexico or Cuba, and they would end up in the Negro League. Yep. Mix of those players, I hate to say it, but America wasn't ready for that yet.
It wasn't ready for that. Let's just say.
I guess not.
September 8th, 1939, Bob Feller, with his 12-1 victory over the Browns in St. Louis, becomes the youngest modern-era player to win 20 games. The 20-year-old Indians fireballer finished the season with 24-9 record while posting a 2.85 ERA. Wow, how much do we take this for granted? Like, this was, a 20-game winner is like, it's pretty impressive, but it's like to be the first one, that's definitely more impressive.
20 years old, my gosh, and this is one of the best. He's one of the best pitchers of that era for sure.
Absolutely.
And I remember he served in World War II, didn't he?
I believe so. You're absolutely
right. I think he actually lost a couple of years of his peak of his career. Because when World War II started, he only would have been like 20. If he was 19 or 20 here, he would have been like 23, 24. Wow.
Yeah, and we talk about like the pandemic and stuff like that, how inconvenient it is. I think wartime is just as chaotic, if not more, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's just hope this pandemic doesn't go as long as a war.
Well,
right.
Kevin outlasted the wartime and a pandemic. So, Kevin, why don't you tell us?
Yeah, and show us that original Rawlings mitt that you have.
Yeah, I know. I still have it somewhere. I got that in the report unit.
September 8th, 1957, before their departure to play on the West Coast for next season, the Dodgers and Giants play one another for the final time in New York. The Gents, which I did not know they were referred to as, the Bums I knew, they beat the Bums at Polo Grounds 3-2 to finish the intense 68-year-old storied rivalry with a 656 and 606 advantage over Brooklyn in the Battle of the Boroughs. Wow. I mean, like, how many Dodger fans and Giants fans would you say could even tell you like where the Giants and Dodgers came from?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, at least, hardcore Dodger fans are going to know. I mean, the hardcore fans are going to know, but they're not going to know. They might not know Polo Grounds or Ebbets Field. They're definitely not going to know the Gins. I didn't know the Gins, but I
didn't know the Gins either.
The Bums I knew was the nickname for the Dodgers.
Right.
Those Bums.
Dem bums. And Angelo, as did you have any history of the Giants before? I mean, San Francisco. I mean, did you? Even...
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, growing up a Giants fan, I knew they'd moved from New York, but I think what's crazy is when you look at it, it's like 1957. It's the battle between the boroughs with the Dodgers and the Giants, and now it's the what do they call it now? When the Yankees and the Mets, the Subway Series,
right.
So it's kind of crazy how that kind of evolved, and you look at the rivalry kind of being replaced for the New Yorkers from this to that, but the Gents and the Bums wouldn't know, and it'd be hard pressed to unless you're a hardcore Dodger or Giant fan to be able to reference something like this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Cowboy Jack Durango was like asking about the Bums, and it's like, if I'm not mistaken, it was because they were all kind of like heartbreakers. Those Bums, like they'll never make it they'll never win the series type of deal. They were always kind of known.
They did once, right? And then they leave 2 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's like when they finally did. But it's cool to see this little like schedule here with they had the Subway. It's basically a Subway series, so I thought that was pretty cool too. When there was three teams in New York, so the Yankees, the Giants,
and in that it would obviously the Dodgers and Giants play is more of a rivalry because they would play each other in the regular season, and the Yankees only play those two if they meet in the World Series. And obviously the Dodgers and Yankees did. I don't recall the Giants and the Yankees ever playing together in the World Series. I'd have to look that up, but I don't recall that.
Yep. And actually, I'm wrong on that. The Mets didn't come until the middle '60s. So,
60, either 61 or 62. I don't remember.
Oh, so it was earlier than that. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was it was around the same time as the Angels. I don't think they started the exact same time.
So 66. I think that's
no, before that, like 60-ish.
Oh, okay.
I'll look.
Gotcha. Gotcha. September 8th, 1965, in a promotion to increase Kansas City's poor attendance, Bert Campaneris becomes the first major leaguer to play all 9 positions in a single game. After being involved in a collision at home plate in the 9th inning, Campy is replaced by Rene Lachman, one of the great names in baseball, as the team's catcher in the A's eventual 5-3 13-inning victory over California. Wow, so he could have played even 13 innings if he wanted to. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like
who could do that today?
Well, I know Kike Hernandez was like the one they wanted him to play all 9 positions.
Did Will Ferrell do that when he did that?
Yes. Will Ferrell did it. Although he played on different teams.
He played for different teams. Yeah,
right. I know.
That was fun.
That was super fun. September 8th, 1973, Billy Martin dismissed 6 days ago, actually 6 days before, by the Tigers, signs a multi-year contract to manage the last place Rangers. The fiery 45-year-old skipper who was at the helm when Detroit won the American League East title last season replaces Whitey Herzog, who was fired a day before after compiling a 47-91 record in the first season of his Hall of Fame managerial career. Now, very interesting. If you, I put this in our YouTube playlist. There's actually 2 clips. One is a press conference with the owner of the Texas Rangers and Whitey Herzog. So he's basically telling Whitey, he goes, "Yeah, I had to admit this didn't work out." And Whitey has to sit there and basically say like he's fired, and he's like, "Yeah, well," you can tell how uncomfortable it is. But I guess the next day you can see how excited he is that he has Billy Martin, and everybody's excited about it because he's obviously a baseball guy. But Whitey Herzog went on to manage the Kansas City Royals, the Cardinals, and had World Series titles too. So he did actually better by getting fired. It's a perfect example of something bad happening to you, and it's probably a blessing in disguise.
Well, and he's lucky too, because nowadays, a manager, if they have one bad year, they may never get a chance somewhere else.
That's true. That's very true.
Absolutely right.
September 8th, 1998, Cardinals first baseman Mark McGwire connects off Cubs hurler Steve Traxel and sends a 341 1-foot line drive over the left field fence for his historic 60-second home run, breaking the single season home run record in 1961 by Roger Maris. Big Mac's historic homer comes in the fourth inning of a nationally televised game. And I'm going to switch this real quick.
All right.
I actually, I can't believe I have this, by the way. I go, wait a second, that date and everything looks really familiar. I actually have a mug from that day, September 8th, 1998. Yeah.
You get that? Did you get that at Busch Stadium?
I'm not. To be quite honest, I have no idea where I got this. I just happened to have it. I'm not sure if somebody gave it to me but I'm like, oh my god, like September 8th, 1998. Look at that.
I love the pose of him where he's leaning over the bat. Looks like one of those ones you get done at like one of those like JCPenney studios.
Yes.
It's awesome.
So I definitely had to put that one in there because that's incredible.
It's a cardinal. I know it's a cardinal. Of course you got to put it in there. No,
actually,
but that's
and we were talking about baseball. Yeah, we were talking about this because it's this was a great time, yet it was the worst time for baseball. Looking back on it, so it was. I said I love this time. I remember exactly where I was. I was actually still at work, and I was actually watching it on a little TV next to me. 1998. I can't believe I had a little TV actually.
In the moment, one of the best times in baseball.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. Really, in retrospect, that's when you're like, okay, this is kind of what kind of started to cloud everything, or I guess what made people start questioning, right? And it's a shame it took breaking a what is that, a 37-year record.
Yeah.
That's what caused people to start thinking about the involvement of, PEDs in sports. But
it was the best of times, worst of times to take from the Tale of Two Cities.
Well, then you had the people who thought Roger Maris didn't really break the record because he took more games than it did for Babe Ruth.
Right. That's a great point. That's a great point. September 8th, 2003, at Camden Yards, 64-year-old Steve Dalkowski throws out the ceremonial first pitch to relief pitcher Buddy Groom before an Orioles game against Seattle. In 1963, on the day he was fitted for his big league uniform, the Baltimore fireballing farmhand hurt his arm pitching in an exhibition game and never appeared in the major leagues. Now, I'm going to throw this question to both of you. Do you know who Steve Dalkowski is? Just do you know any of this story?
The name rings a bell when it comes up. I don't know why. I know his name. His name totally rings a bell for me, but I have no idea why.
Yeah,
like did he become a coach?
And I'm gonna put this out in the chat as well if anybody knows.
Now, he is known for something. Okay,
he is. He's definitely known for something.
God.
So I mean, like looking at him,
there's got to be a reason why he's throwing the first pitch. There's obviously a big reason he's throwing the first pitch.
Yes.
Besides that, like, oh, it's too bad he got hurt. He can never play in the major leagues because he can't be the only guy that happened to.
So one of the things about him, and I can go back to this real quickly. So he was obviously had his own card. Like people all knew about him. Well, one of the things about him is that he was rumored to have pitched like 100 and like when you talk about Aroldis Chapman, like he had like 108 to 112 miles an hour, and he had thrown balls through like the backstop because they're like wood and stuff like that. So
I think that's why I remember his name.
He is actually the inspiration for Nuke LaLoosh.
Wow.
I was about to say, who was that guy, Sid, on the Mets, that prank that they were
Sid Finch.
Sid Finch, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of too.
Yes. I mean, that was loosely based on him as well, because he had all these scouts that knew about him and his reputation. And I also put it in our playlist because I vaguely heard about this. So when COVID started, which would have been in March, April, right? Yes. Remember when all the nursing homes, the people were dying in the nursing homes? Yeah. Unfortunately, he was in one of them and he died. So he
Oh,
died earlier this year.
oh, I didn't know he passed away. Oh.
Yeah, and so it went
I knew I had his
totally
name
under the
somewhere,
radar.
but- Oh gosh.
Yeah, and so I mean, just the legend of this guy. Like, there's some stuff. Some of the baseball writers, when he died, went back and started talking about him, and like,
That must be why I remember him. I think I read something on him.
yeah.
I think it might be an article that we shared amongst me, you, and a couple other friends. That must be it.
So he
Okay.
might be even one of those relinquiry guys. Like it has to be like nominated because the reputation of him was that he could throw like these fireballs. He just didn't know where it was going.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he struck out as many as he walked. And like he had this I mean, his stats are insane. Like as far as like he had his like say if he had like 500 strikeouts, he had 500 walks. And like it gave up like 500 runs. Like it's like it's one of those type of like outrageous things. But he had so much potential, and they just could never calm him down. And then he threw out his arm, and he never pitched, which is crazy. Right before his major league season was supposed to start. So I thought that was really interesting. And
there wasn't. So what I'm looking up is there was no radar guns yet.
Right.
But there were people estimating, hey, he could throw. Say, oh, I think he threw it 110. I don't know how you would ever know that. Because it didn't really exist then. It's just like, my God. But his nickname was White. His nickname, fastball's nickname White Lightning.
Yeah, yeah.
So he has these amazing, and he had a real problem with alcoholism and violent behavior. So I could see why it might be tying into, Bull Durham. Yeah.
Yeah. And right. And I mean, like everything is kind of parallel. Now, the difference is that in Bull Durham, he went on to have a great major league career,
Exactly.
right? So the real story wasn't as bright, but
and I'll add really quick. So Ron Shelton, the guy who made it, actually played in the Orioles organization not long after Dalkowski too.
Oh,
So that's where you first heard the legend of this guy.
Wow.
And
interesting.
Another movie called The Scout, which I don't remember seeing.
Love it.
Brendan Fraser's character is apparently loosely based on him.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I saw that name for that movie. You saw it, Angelo?
The Scout is awesome. That's one of my.
I've never seen The Scout.
Oh wow, I'll have to check that out. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. So and Brendan Fraser's in it.
Yeah, that's the pitcher. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
okay.
It says loosely based off him.
Yeah. Very interesting. So going back to what you said about the radar guns, have you ever seen that like black and white footage where it's a baseball pitcher throwing and a car is going at the same rate of speed and it throws through the paper? So I'll have to find that online and I'll put it in our playlist. That's Bob Feller. Going back.
Right on.
That's Bob Feller throwing that pitch. And they always say that he probably threw faster than all these guys. Wow. Yeah. So they couldn't measure it. They couldn't measure it accurately.
So listen to this. In 1960, Dalkowski in the California League, in 170 innings, he struck out and walked 262 batters.
Yeah. I knew it was something crazy like that.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. I'd be scared batting against him,
Totally. All right, so let's get to it. Baseball card pack wars. As always, we get all of our baseball cards from Hall of Fame Baseball Cards in Arcadia, California. Hopefully, they are safe as well, as they are closer to the fire than we are. So please stay safe out there. Here are the baseball pack war standings. Now, Kevin, though he has 19 wins. I actually have more wins, but my percentage is actually lower because he has less games.
Yes.
So Angelo's still on the hunt, still at a 290 batting clip, or is it winning percentage, I guess, in this case. And here are the rules. We're going to open our pack. A relic card knocks out one participant of choice. An autograph card knocks out both. High number card wins. We drink after we get a Brewers card. The wild card round, which is the third round, is actually equal to 2 points. And Cowboy Jack Durango drinks after every card. I think he started early today. As if I saw our group chat, he's been having some rough days out there in AZ. So take it good out there, right, Jack? Yeah, we're all trying to get through this, but remember it's a marathon. Or it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right.
All right. So, Kevin, since you are first, I'm going to let you go first. And so we're what series 2?
I'm going to start with Series 2 Tops 2020.
Got it.
And while I open this pack as your senior research analyst, I'll bring up that the Mets' first season was in 1962, and Babe Ruth started playing his MLB debut as 1914. And he played until 1935. So think about that. And it took like a decade for him to hit his 300, and another decade at 414 more. So quite impressive.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here in our Series 2 pack. First, I have Austin Romine, Michael Brantley, Will Smith, Michael Kopech, Homer Bailey, Jose Abreu, future stars Brandon Lowe, Luke Weaver. Michael, you'd like this one. 1980s Decade's Best. That's a cool looking card, too. Bruce Sutter.
Nice.
Looking card there. Got the side, put that in the sleeve. Ooh, this is. Oh, this is it. This must be. This looks like a different kind of foil of Carlos Carrasco. Take a look, see what that is later. Albert Pujols and Shed Long. Wow, I never heard this guy, but that's one of my new favorite players by that name.
That's a great.
That one that's foil, is that numbered to 2020 or not?
That's what I'm gonna look right now. I didn't see a number on it originally. Believe it or not, I don't see a number on this.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's definitely different kind of foil, but I don't see a number on here anywhere. Anyway, I'll put that in a sleeve and take a look at it.
Cool.
All right.
All right, Angelo, you're up.
My turn. I still can't believe neither of you guys have seen the Scout. Wow.
I know it's kind of passed me by. I mean, I remember seeing it, but I don't remember anything. Oh.
Really good movie. Albert Brooks plays the Scout, and he goes to Mexico to find
Okay, now it sounds
next
more
prospect.
familiar.
That sounds more familiar.
And ends up finding Brendan Fraser's character pitching in like an amateur game.
Mhm.
His character's name is Steve Nebraska. So
There you go, Steve Dalkowski. So that might be.
I got Adam Eaton.
We haven't had Brewers in a long time.
No.
JJ Happ. Kyle Seager. Reese Hoskins. Marcus Simeon. Get your beers ready.
Finally.
Brent Setter.
Cheers.
Cheers. Jed Lowry. Scott Heineman. And I don't know if you guys ever got a Ranger card, but it has like the inaugural season for the new field on there on all Rangers.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Danny Santana. Oh, this is a nice one. So we've seen these inserts recently, but this one's Mike Trout. So
right on.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got Bryce Harper. I remember who else.
I think I had an Ohtani one.
Yeah, I had I bought some Series 2 packs just for myself over the weekend, and I pulled a Tatis Jr. in that insert too. So
right on.
Look at Jack. Finally, some love for Bubble Fog. Nice.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Mark Melancone and Howie Kendrick.
Right on. So get your high cards ready, and while
mine are ready, sir.
All right.
I'm liking this Trout. That Trout card.
It's a super cool
Beautiful
card.
Why would anybody like a Mike Trout card?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jonathan Hernandez. Jack Mayfield. Jack Mayoffer.
Thank you.
Rangel Ravello.
If I had a little more beer, I've been cackling even more.
Victor Caratini. Hey, get your beers ready. Keston here. Let's do it.
I better get Brewer.
I know.
I'm the one who has it now.
Trey Mancini. I thought we were going to go 2 weeks without having a Brewer card, which would have been really depressing.
Saying, all our Brewers.
Corey Seager. Ronald Guzman. Zach Plesac. Mike Leake.
Not Kelly Leak?
Nope. I wish it was.
I wish.
Harold Castro. Mookie Betts, but it's the T-Mobile Home Run Derby card. So there's actually
The home run challenge, yeah.
Oh, home run
so-
challenge. So
scratch
pick your
off.
date. Maybe you can be the one to hit it because Angelo had one, I had one, and we both didn't get the home run. So it's up to you now.
Right. So it doesn't have a number on it, so I better win it.
Well, you're supposed to
but-
scratch. You
No,
scratched off.
you scratch it off, or you register the card, and you pick the date he's going to hit a home run.
You do
Oh,
all
I was
that.
saying for my high card.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Spencer Turnbull. Yeah. So
That's a great uniform he's wearing there. The
oh, I
throwback.
know those. I don't know. I forget. I should really keep track of that. Of what those. This might be like the Negro Leagues one, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
those are
like,
super
whoa!
cool.
I was like so thrown off at that. That's
Yeah.
a cool looking uniform.
and Jose Ramirez. Okay, so
All right. While you're sorting that out, I'll go ahead and go first. My
Okay.
high card was Austin Romine, 688.
ooh,
Pretty good one out of 700.
Mine was Danny Santana, 695.
Woo!
wow, that's tough. Yeah,
Adam Wainwright. Come on. You didn't get no one got
Yeah.
Adam Wainwright.
I got 676. So
Yeah,
Angelo,
there we
you
go.
are big back in the hunt. There's so much parity
Hey,
in this game.
I'm starting to play like Mario Mendoza over here or Bob Uecker. I haven't won in a couple weeks here.
I'm getting
All right, so-
what I haven't had in a long time. My hair is getting so long. I'm getting those wings. I haven't had wings.
I have
in the
like
baseball cap in
sniper.
so
These
long.
snipers are crazy.
I know, Angelo. I know.
I know.
Shut up, right?
Man.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. So I'm up then. Archives.
Yep. Archives. Yes, sir.
Mm.
We already know the pattern of these. It's too bad they put them in that order, you know.
So if anyone out there watches pack breaks and stuff online, Phil's Polls has been one of my favorite channels, and he actually several months ago he actually signed a bunch of Topps archives for them, and he put some inscriptions on some of them.
Okay.
And so if you ever watch his channel, he's very open how Miguel Cabrera has kind of owned him, like that's been his like kryptonite. So in one of the inscriptions, he put "Miggy owns me," and then signed it.
Yeah. I forget. It's Phil Hughes, right?
Yeah, it's Phil Hughes, and
yeah.
he made a video of him signing all the ones that for the set.
I'm gonna play the
Oh,
first thing
that's-
he holds up. It's that card of Phil Hughes says Miggy owns
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
that's
Miggy owns
amazing.
me, and then he inscribed 4 with Phil's Polls on it. And if you if you pull that one that says Phil's Polls, he's gonna send you a case of cards.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, again, these ones are Topps Archives. There's 3 different designs: 2002, 1960.
Is in the 50s.
Yeah, 1955 maybe.
I think it was like 17 years apart or something like that.
So, but anyway, I got Mookie Betts. Really nice rookie, Kyle Lewis.
There you go.
Christian Walker. Danny Jansen. Dude, these cards are so awesome, man.
Yeah, so cool.
Trey Mancini.
Yeah, that's your 74. Right.
Victor Robles.
Well, that's a cool card.
Get your beers ready. Ryan Braun.
Already
And
did.
Good drink.
That's good timing.
and Rafael Devers.
Nice.
What year's the Devers? Or what is that based on?
2002.
That's what. All right, Kevin.
Oh, I'm up. All right. Sorry. And the other thing we'll note is that there is 2 autographs in this box, in case we didn't
Yep.
mention that last
Still.
week.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. I got a couple great players start off here. Mariano Rivera. George Brett.
Nice.
He tells a great story. I'll just leave it at that. That's all. I just chuckle whenever I see George Brett now because of that. Suzuko Yoshi.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I say that right. I don't want to
Yeah.
butcher that. Justin Upton. So an interesting thing. Look, there's no city on this one. Like if you look on this
Oh,
one,
that's interesting. Oh, right. I
Isn't that
think
weird?
that there, yeah, there's I'm not sure if those are special because there are no city ones and they become like they're like what do you call them?
variation.
There's a name. They are
Parallel.
variations. Yeah,
Parallels.
That's
yeah,
weird.
because I got like a Dodgers one and it didn't have anything on the front of it. Just
Yeah,
had
because
the
here's Ivan Rodriguez, and that's
yeah
Detroit. That's
yeah.
odd.
So those are rare. Those are rare.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan O'Hearn, Yuli Gurriel, Jonathan Villar. So
Nice.
I'm still cold on my Brewers.
So Cowboy Jack says God made some heads so perfect they don't need hair, Trinidaddy.
That's right.
Amazing. All right.
Oh, that.
So a card that an autograph card that Angelo got. Let me switch this out.
Wait, what?
Is Brian Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That was his autograph card. Wow, this one. And then so we had a new pirate and an old pirate, Ralph Kiner.
That's
Oh,
funny.
wow, there you go.
That's funny.
That's wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
And an old wow, this goes back as well. This must be an old pack. Roberto Alomar,
Nice.
second baseman, Hall of Famer too. Another Hall of Famer,
How many Hall of Famers are in this pack?
Sandy Koufax, right? Kerry Wood.
He started off like one, unfortunately.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. I love
Yeah,
the
the Hall of
backs of
Fame.
these too because they have like all the cartoons on them as well.
And this one, we all got one of these. That is an insert.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is an insert.
Yeah.
So I got Ryan O'Hearn. He got Victor Robles, and you got that one.
So another Hall of Famer, Juan Marichal.
Wow.
I love that. Look at that. Look at
So
that picture. That's
That's
awesome.
Gosh, we all got
And-
a few Hall of Famers in this pack.
A man who was born on my same birthday, January 4th, Chris Bryant.
There
Nice.
you go.
I don't know why I have to tell people that every time I see this.
We almost should have went like most Hall of Famers in this pack.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
archives. It's like I know
Oh,
I
gosh.
had one, two, I had three, and I don't know how many you had. But you had at least two or three. That's kind of
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Thing.
Wow.
That might be a variant we want to do for our archive cards.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Well, I
risky,
got a fun stipulation if I get to pick the stipulation for wild card today.
Well, what do you got, brother?
So I got Ryan Braun here at 280.
though. Oh,
Well, sorry, I'm going to kill you on that. At least I have a 287 for Jonathan Villar.
There you go.
so I would say that I have a 275 here, but I actually have a 299.
Ooh, Chris
The
Bryant.
kinship with Chris Bryant.
There you go.
300 in the set. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
There
feel-
you go.
yeah, there's 100
He
from
was called Slump Buster.
there's
Michael.
100 from each of the year variations.
I'm guessing so. Yes. sir.
300's a set.
Yes.
Okay,
There you go, Michael.
so there it
Hey,
goes.
Michael, you know I can get a Slump Buster in COVID.
Sorry.
You know I can get a Slump Buster in COVID. Actually, I should ask Cowboy Jack Durango. He might be able to help me with that.
All right, so now we have the wild card. This is worth 2 points. I'm going to now. The stipulation is for this pack is I'm gonna throw a little variant at you. We've been going high card the whole time. I'm actually gonna go low card.
Ooh,
So
right.
the low card number here wins.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a 1987
Oh,
Topps
wow.
Major League Baseball with the gum in it.
Gum.
With the gum.
I can see the gum sticking out.
So,
Right on.
oop, we don't want trivia yet, do we?
No, not yet. We want.
We're
We
going.
want to
here.
see those beautiful 1987 cards.
All right. So actually, let me.
Now, mind you, there's like this is just one series. So there's like 700 cards in this set.
Right.
If it's like
Right.
that.
So.
So our low card could be like 100 or something,
All right. So 1987 Topps Baseball. I love this. Actually, I'm going to open it up, and it does have the gum in it, as I have right here. So what I'm going to do
Eat it.
is,
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
all right.
Sorry.
So there it
Oh
is,
my gosh.
and
Oh.
it's actually broken up. But what I'm going to do is,
Dust. Oh
Yeah!
yeah. Yes.
Yes!
Yeah.
always a
Just-
mistake.
Just
Oh.
dust. Never a mistake.
Oh,
Did
You're
you
not
just
really
turn to
chewing it.
dust?
Is that gum older than you, Angelo?
87. No, I was four
I'm just
years old.
I know.
4
I'm
years
kidding. I'm kidding.
old.
this is always a mistake. Every time I've done this, I've done
And
this.
just spit it out. Come on. You did it. Spit it out. No?
So it actually doesn't become gum. It becomes like this mush.
Right.
So it's just
Until it just disintegrates, right?
Yeah.
it's a gritty mush. So, all right, let me get through these cards because I'm definitely gonna need this beer.
Spit it out and drink your beer.
So
Come on,
John Moses. There's gonna be so many names
see,
here you haven't heard.
We said APAC best mustache.
Terry Mulholland. Oh, well, we'll
there
go
you
for
go.
I know
that.
that one.
Former Mariner Julio Cruz.
Cruz. That was one of
That's
my mom's favorite players as a kid. 'Cause she
Not,
thought
him or Jose Cruz.
No, Julio. My mom. No, because we're American League team, so we would see Julio. My mom liked
Oh,
him.
right.
She thought he was cute.
Bob Rogers. Oh my God.
Excuse me, Buck Rogers.
Oh, that's Bob Buck Rogers. You're right.
Yeah. Make sure you get that right, sir.
Frank Wills. Okay.
I'm trying to talk.
Get your
Angelo, so he has to
get
keep
your
the gun
beers
in
ready,
his
and it couldn't come any. Oh my God, Glenn Braggs. Thank God. Holy
Glenn
cow.
Braggs. Wow.
Oh.
I was trying to just keep talking so I can just stall this out so you can just keep that gum in there.
Oh. Yeah.
Like a rib.
Thank you, Chad. It's accepted, but oh my God, no, not appreciated. Kurt Stillwell. Oh, you guys appreciate it, but I sure didn't.
Oh, I do.
Kurt Stillwell.
Wow.
Greg Pryor.
Man, come on. Kurt Stillwell was like a big prospect when he came up.
Dickie Knowles.
Oh, wow.
Larry Parrish. Danny Cox, who
Oh, there you
actually, if I'm not mistaken, he was it Danny Cox? No, it was by Joe McGrain. I'm thinking of. I'm not going to go into it. I'm hallucinating now. So
I know.
Dwight Lowry.
I'm enjoying these cards though.
Marty Barrett. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God. This one. I've never heard of this guy. Steve Fireovid.
Nah.
Okay. I'm hoping you're gonna pull like a Razor Shines. You know what I mean?
Right. Alex Trevino. You know this one.
900 Dodger fans. Any of them know who that guy is.
John Cotton Candelaria playing
Oh
for the.
my God.
He was a Pirate, but the Candyman. Yeah, he was for the Angels here. Yeah, he's played with the Angels like this is the third year. And Bill Gullickson, and then oh my God, this is making my stomach.
These are out since the Big Red Machine days.
And then we can go to spring training, 1987. So I'm
cool.
I'm actually going to send this in. You have to go to the 88 spring training. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Michael. That was a great pack.
That was a good pack.
I'm going to die back here.
I enjoyed it.
All right. So it looks like
you got old pack 2.
Vintage shoe 1992 Upper Deck.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh, dude. What's up with this? This foil is so hard to rip.
You guys have almost gone through all your Michael, you probably almost went through all your old packs now because you pulled the Fleer Ultra last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least the 90s one, yeah.
FYI, these cards do not smell pleasant.
I hope I don't pull mine out then.
Yeah. Teddy Higura.
Yeah, hey. Brewer.
Oh, it's a Brewer.
That's a Brewer.
Come on.
Yeah. Sorry.
I knew that. I saw him like, Vinny Aguirre. Did that guy hurt my feelings?
He threw a no-hitter for the Brewers.
He did?
Yeah, drink twice.
Not to tell me twice.
Mark Clark.
Wow.
Kyle Abbott. Mike Gallego. Tony Gwynn. Sean Dunston.
All right.
We got Melito Perez. Tom Glavine.
There we go. There's your first Hall of Famer.
Kevin Tapani.
Definitely that guy's not a Hall of Famer.
David West,
No.
Jody Reed, Mike Henneman,
That's a great one. That's a great tips, though. Great,
Mickey Tettleton,
Oh, wow.
Fruit Loops.
Cecil Fielder.
Wow, cool.
A lot of star power in this pack.
Yeah.
Mark Leiter.
Oh, wow. All right. Kevin, you're up.
Yeah, so when you talk about right-handed, left-handed, back when I used to go to card shows, I met Cecil Fielder at a show, and he was left-handed. I mentioned that to him because I think he batted right-handed. He was lefty, so I got the bottom of him. We talked for a minute about that. That was kind of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, guys, I blew it. I got a 2020 Tops.
that's okay.
Here it is. I haven't seen what these look like yet.
Those are nice. Yeah, those are nice.
I mean, we'll see. That was I saw Cecil Fielder, like, hey, I remember meeting him, and he had fun talking to me for a second about, oh yeah, I do everything, right-handed. I'm like, yeah, me too, or left-handed. And, oh wow, oh my goodness, these are cool. So I'm gonna enjoy these for a second. I dig this. So I believe this is 71 style. This is Med Rosario.
Cool.
Now this I love. I love that. Oh my god. Oh, I got a couple of these. See how they're like this is the old style.
Cool.
Yeah.
Earlier we saw the Dalkowski, those 4 on a card. This one has 2. That was a common thing in the 60s and 70s. So I got Diamondbacks 1 of Alex Young and Zach Gallen.
Yep.
Also, the whole pack, it looks like it's this year. Ian Happ. Kevin Pillar. Take it to the Chrome Zone, CJ Crone. A player I definitely missed on the Angels. I saw his last game as an Angel. He hit a grand slam in New York at Citi Field against the Mets, and he got released the next day.
That's right. I remember that.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Sean Manea.
I got the angry text.
Oh, I know. I'm so mad. Jordan Lupo, and Josh Van Meter. So I went 2 straight weeks without getting a Brewer card.
Crazy.
Ugh.
Come on, Kevin. Come on.
Come on.
Okay.
So before we do low card,
Yeah.
I'm doing some research analysis. So Topps 1987, there's 792 cards in the set.
Yes.
In Upper Deck 1992, there's 800 cards.
Wow. Wow.
So,
2020
You're gonna
Topps
laugh.
Heritage.
I can't wait to talk to you about my pack, though, then. Because you would think I have an advantage, right?
Well, yeah, because 2020 Topps Heritage, you have. Well, no, there's a lot. There's 500.
Oh, okay, this is more than I thought. All right.
Yeah. So
Just let me in just a minute.
Just to put it out there for the low card. So
Yeah,
interesting step.
All right. So the card to beat, at least for me, is the Marty Barrett number 39.
Wow, that's gonna be hard to beat.
That sounds good. Who knows?
So just a reference point, out of my 14 cards, I have 8 cards in the 700s.
Yeah, I think I do too.
I thought I was bad.
My low card is the Cecil Fielder, which doubles as the Detroit Tigers checklist, which is 96.
Wow.
Hey, I beat one person. So you said how many was in my set?
500.
Like 500?
Yeah.
So Lily at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in the 300 out of 9 cards.
Wow.
So my lowest card is 93.
Oh,
So
wow.
you beat me. Beat me.
Yeah,
So
that was
Mike,
anything.
My second week with 3 wins.
that's great.
Jack, send me some hope, please. I need hope.
Yeah. All right. So that was Baseball Card Pack Wars.
That was a
Always
fun
fun,
one.
always
That was a fun one.
adventurous, and can't wait to do it again. Right, so let's get on to baseball trivia. Test your knowledge of baseball. I got this game is Who Am I? It's from Baseball's Best 1000 Greatest Players of All Time by Derek Gentile. And here we go. I signed with the New York Giants at age 15, and later I was the first NL player to hit 500 home runs. I was a 12-time All-Star and 6-time NL home run leader. I am one of only 6 National League players to spend a 20-year career with one team. My number 4 is retired by the San Francisco Giants. Who am I? And please, in the comments, if you know who it is, without looking, you'll impress us more if you don't look. Just throw a guess out there.
First off, that's interesting. So, do you know when his jersey was retired? Because obviously he didn't play at the San Francisco Giants.
You might be correct in assuming that.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, it said the last year he didn't play from 1934 to like 1957.
Well, look, right. Well, look when he was an All-Star. So that would tell you right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. 45. I was like, all right, well, I was just curious if his number was retired before they went from New York to San Francisco. That's my only question. I'm just throwing that out there. I know the answer, but I was just like,
Hello,
No
Daily
idea.
Sports Talk.
No idea on this one.
Lou Ferrigno.
I'm gonna.
What a
You know what?
great
Actually,
guest.
I take that back. I'm gonna go with Willie Mays Hayes.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Willie
well,
Mays Hayes.
unfortunately, I don't know what Willie Mays Hayes played, but Willie Mays started in 1951. This would be Mel Ott.
It is not JT Snow that Chad Adams said, which is fantastic.
Yes. Oh no, I'm
good.
sorry. It's Will the Thrill Clark.
Yes, exactly. So Mel Ott, Daily Sports Talk says, and the answer is yes, Mel Ott. Look, I mean, he's number 32. So some amazing. You know, when I look back at him, he's one of those guys that when he's actually the trivia answer for a lot of questions in baseball, and no one talks about him. He's like, and supposedly, like his batting stance and
Oh, did I lose you guys? Oh no.
I'm still here, Kevin. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Michael froze on us, I think. But Mel Ott, he has said the first National League player to get 500 home runs. It's like you look at that list. You know, look at the beginning of that era. You know, you have a Gehrig and a Babe Ruth. It seemed like more of the power hitters were more American League as opposed to National League. You know, like Mel Ott, I think if I remember right, he has something like I want to say 521, something like that. Which that period is still an insane amount of home runs.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's why I had to jokingly ask him, like, so wait a minute, this guy didn't play on the San Francisco Giants. He played on New York. Which is interesting because it said he managed for a few years, but he managed before
he was his numbers. Yeah, yep.
I didn't see the last year he managed them because they would have moved in like 57 or 58. And they actually made, I believe they made the World Series in 51 off the shot around the world. From when Bobby Thompson hit the home run off of Rob Ranka, and they won the World Series that year, but they won in '54. But Michael, can you go back to that Mel Ott slide? 'Cause I was trying to see if he managed the Giants when they won the World Series in '54, or was he gone?
That's right. That's right. He let me.
If he was manager, I was trying to just stall for time there, and I was like, oh, he was managing them, and I was wondering if he managed them in those pivotal years in the early '50s.
Yep.
No, 48.
To 48.
Oh, so he's a player manager. Oh, wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. That was a very interesting thing about him, and I think that he got hurt, like he tweaked his knee, and then he never played again. So like it was right at the end.
He only managed like 1 year after he quit playing. And he was done. Okay.
Yeah, so very interesting player, and as I got knocked off, but it was like his batting stance was so bad. Like he did what's called stepping in the bucket, which is basically it's stepping so far outside. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to open yourself up. But he did it and still hit 500 home runs in his career.
Right.
So pretty incredible. All right, so okay. I some bad grammar here, but I was a 3rd round MLB draft pick in 1981. Later that day, I was a 1st round NBA pick.
Wow.
In my 4th at bat after my first major league hit, Pete Rose told me, "Congratulations, don't catch me all in one night." I have 3,141 career hits. I am a 8-time batting champion and a 15-time All-Star. Who am I?
Wow.
I got it now, but I want to say because I got a fun way to answer this question. I wish I had something with me to really answer this question fully, but
Angelo, any
You would think
anybody
you
in
think,
the comments have any thoughts without looking
you
it up?
think this would stand out based on the fact that they were drafted both by the MLB and the NBA?
Well, honestly, I didn't know he was drafted. I didn't even know that. I don't know what team drafted him. I mean, I think I could say, but that would give it away.
Yeah.
If I think, I'll have to confirm that in a moment here. But I don't want to look in case I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bears, Fury, Real. I think it was the Big Hurt. It is not.
No,
it is not.
Big Hurt played in one. Big Hurt also played in the AL, not the NL.
Jim Hellwig.
Jim Hellwig? No.
Yes.
Although that is a great guess. That is a great guess.
One day he's gonna get it right and not even realize it. He's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So,
I'm interested to find out who this is.
I wish I had it with me, but this player has a beer named after him. Does that help you, Angelo?
This isn't Tony Gwynn, is it?
Yes, it is Tony Gwynn.
Wow. Who is he drafted by in the NBA?
And
I didn't want to say because I was going to ask, was he actually drafted by the San Diego Clippers?
Yes, he was. When the Clippers were in San Diego.
Right. Because he played in San Diego.
Exactly. I didn't want to give San Diego away.
Right.
And from what I hear, like the Padres actually, they drafted him in the 3rd round. And from legend, Dick Williams, I think it was Dick Williams, said that he would quit. He would quit if they did not draft Tony Gwynn in this round. He actually wanted to draft him as a first rounder.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, this is crazy. So he was drafted. He was drafted in the 10th round of the NBA draft. Do you know how many rounds there are in the NBA draft?
I thought there was only like 4 or 3 or 4.
There's only 2 rounds in the NBA draft now. Presently.
Yeah. So there used to be more than that? I didn't know
that. There used to be a lot.
He used to be drafted. He was drafted in the 10th round. That's crazy. And I think that's kind of what threw me off a little bit was, wow, like they were drafted by the MLB and the NBA, so he had to be an elite basketball player, but he was the 210th pick overall in the baseball draft, or in the NBA draft, 58th overall in the baseball draft.
See, I barely remember that he played basketball when he was at San Diego State. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the reason why he played baseball, he thought it was easier because he actually played against, I want to say like Charles Barkley, and he said like I can't compete with him, so he said like baseball was probably easier than basketball, which is kind of a crazy.
Well, he made the right choice.
Different.
I would
easier.
say so. He's.
I think he'd be okay.
Well, he's. It's not bad when after your career you're Mr. Padre.
Right.
So pretty cool.
Even though we don't have.
So we have some.
Can we do a cheers for him? Even though we don't have a 394, can we have a drink in honor of him, please?
Well, we're actually gonna cheers to Tony Gwynn, and we're also gonna cheers to 2 other superstars that passed away, Tom Seaver and Lou Brock. I mean, we've been talking about Tom Seaver off and on in this blogcast a lot. We talked about him last week.
Yeah.
And Kevin, he went to which college?
Oh,
don't look.
No, I'm not looking. I don't remember what college Tom Seaver went to. Oh no.
He went to USC, and it's totally under the radar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Lou Brock, obviously growing up a card. What's that?
Is he from the LA area? That I don't know.
I believe. I think that he is. Without looking, I think
I
that
know the USC reference, but you're right. I totally get down there.
So Lou Brock, growing up a Cardinal fan, I mean, you heard about Lou Brock all the time, and I think that he had lost his leg to diabetes earlier either this year or last year.
No, I didn't know that.
And imagine a guy known for speed, losing his leg. So very, very tragic. And it's like he's has a great place. Here is an amazing picture. This is an Andy Warhol print. And it reminds me of that SNL thing when they would have like the musical guest.
It
does.
It's very cool.
That is so Warhol inspired when they did do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of Tribe Called Quest, actually they have Lou Brock in one of their lyrics from Check the Rhyme. So again, two I mean, well, 3 now with Tony Gwynn. I mean, some massive players.
But those two passed away. Those are two of the
salute.
greatest players. Oh, two of the best players of that era.
Yeah, absolutely. And look them up if you love baseball. Look them up. Look up some clips. And I remember seeing a thing on Johnny Bench where he said like you don't know how great like Lou Brock was. He loved the challenge of trying to throw him out, and he said he was just so sneaky. Like, I mean, he's not like a Ricky Henderson who was super flashy. He was just consistent. Plus, he had like 3,000 hits. So he was great on both sides, but on the field or on the bases and actually, hitting. But he was also a great fielder as well. And so, yeah, two massive superstars lost. So that's the show we had for you today. Kevin, did you have anything you wanted to plug?
As usual, I just try to say, if you live in the OC area, go to Red Beer's Taproom in Anaheim. If you like beer, if not, just if you're not in the area, please just support your local brewery. Support your minor league baseball. Minor league season would have just ended right now. It would be in minor league baseball playoffs. But we want those teams to stick around. And minor league baseball is already a little bit in trouble before all this happened. So please, if you like a team, look up their minor league team. Buy some merch. That would really help baseball in general.
And there's a lot of deals to be had.
Yes. Absolutely. And for myself, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at Lock and Loll. That's LOKNLOLL. And thank you for having me, Michael.
You got it. Thank you for joining us from your firefighting duties. Angelo.
So not too present on social media, but we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hard to believe that we're going to be coming up here on episode 20. Wow.
Crazy.
So that's insane. But thank you guys for tuning in with us on Tuesday. Next Tuesday night, tune in right here for the Beer Baseball Blogcast. But after you watch the Beer Baseball Blogcast, our good friends at the United Wrestling Network will be debuting on iPay-per-view next week on Fight TV for Primetime Live, which is a joint venture between the United Wrestling Network and the National Wrestling Alliance. Which we're all familiar with. So please tune in Fight TV to tune in there. It's also going to be available on traditional pay-per-view through In Demand. And if you go to Fight TV, you can actually buy a bundle package for the first 4 episodes. So this is going to be a weekly pay-per-view for the United Wrestling Network. So really excited to see the product that they're going to put out, and a great supplement to the Beer Baseball blog.
I agree. And it's Fight, F-I-T-E.
Yep, that's right.
Yes.
And I think that I might have a coupon code for people out there that might want to get a little money off of it. I think that Fight TV was one we had the IWA pay-per-view, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
I'll put that on our channel so you can save a couple dollars, and it'll kick back to us a little support for both of us. So let's all save some money. So I'll put that out on our social media channels so you can take advantage of that. So thank you, Angelo, for that. And like I said, we won't see you at the ballpark. We won't see you at the brewery, but we will see you here next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Thank you, Kevin, for joining. Angelo, always a pleasure, and we will see you here next week. Thanks, everyone. Good night.